While the public fixates on Silicon Valley's quest for immortality, a more aggressive struggle to conquer human biology is unfolding in the shadows of the geopolitical arena. This is the weaponization of the human genome. The most advanced longevity research on the planet is currently being conducted within state-backed laboratories deep inside Moscow and Beijing. Both powers are facing a demographic collapse. Their populations are aging and shrinking at a rate that traditional policy cannot fix, creating a massive, unavoidable shortage of military-age citizens. This creates a crisis for state power. A superpower cannot project force or maintain industrial dominance if its workforce is physically decaying faster than it can be replaced. Because they cannot birth a new generation fast enough to close the gap, these governments have pivoted to a radical alternative. They are attempting to medically extend the peak physical performance of the population they already have. This shift transforms anti-aging from a medical curiosity into a classified instrument of national sovereignty. In Moscow, the Ministry of Health issued a mandatory directive to the nation's top medical institutes. The order is to halt cellular senescence, the biological process of aging, by any means necessary. These interventions are aimed specifically at the state's most vital human assets. The goal is to maximize the functional shelf life of military commanders and industrial operators. Russia targets 3 biological fronts. First is telomere extension, lengthening the caps on our chromosomes, allowing cells to divide indefinitely without decay. This prevents the accumulated wear and tear that typically forces a body to break down as it reaches middle age. Next, mitochondrial upgrades. These compounds are designed to keep cellular energy production at a high level, effectively shielding the body from physical fatigue and muscle loss. Finally, they are developing Neuro-Protection drugs to keep aging strategists sharp, retaining their mental acuity and decision-making speed decades longer than nature intended. This isn't a medical breakthrough for the Russian public. It is an intervention designed to extend the shelf life of their military and industrial workforce. China's approach relies heavily on industrial-scale biotechnology. Beijing has converted its state-backed pharmaceutical giants into hubs for mass-producing longevity. Their researchers hunt what they call zombie cells, damaged cells that refuse to die, instead leaking toxic proteins that age the tissue around them. By remaining in the body, these cells act as a catalyst for systemic aging, accelerating the decline of otherwise healthy organs. To combat this, China is mass-producing Senolytics. These targeted drugs are designed to identify and flush these toxic cells out of the human system. Chinese scientists are leveraging massive AI processing power and national genetic databases to screen millions of chemical compounds. They are searching for the specific chemical sequences capable of re-triggering cellular health across an entire organism. The objective is economic survival. If Beijing can keep its labor force physically active well into their 70s, it can prevent the nation's output from stalling under the weight of an elderly population. On the global stage, this research creates a dangerous imbalance. If a rival power stabilizes these drugs first, it secures a permanent strategic advantage. Imagine a military force where veteran commanders with 40 years of strategic experience retain the physical stamina and reaction times of a 25-year-old. The economic shift would be equally severe. A state that successfully mitigates age-related disease could theoretically divert trillions of dollars away from geriatric care and back into its military and industrial sectors. This would leave Western nations struggling with the soaring healthcare costs of an aging society, while their rivals operate at peak biological efficiency. Modern warfare has moved past hardware. Global supremacy now hinges on the ability to command the biological limits of the human body. As these two rival superpowers rewrite the code of human biology, survival itself may soon become a matter of geopolitical loyalty.